Oh. Internet. Oh god, Coda, why? Hello, internets! What is happening here today? My goodness, we're playing some D&D. We got some people behind the doors who are going to be playing some D&D with us tonight. A one-shot hosted by the wonderful and celebrated among us, Shelby.
Yay, that's me.
That is... It is. How are you? Can you tell us a bit about what we're going to be playing?
Okay, so we're playing a pretty straightforward start in a tavern style setting, one shot. Y'all are brand new to the adventuring scene. You're in your third year at your adventuring guild. This is your first real mission where you haven't had somebody holding your hand.
Oh snap! Should we reveal the cast for today's adventure, Shelby?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it. I'll just get me the fuck out of here. Hang on a second, guys. Here they come. Behind doors number 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, what have I done? So many buttons. It's us! We're here! Good old Brucey, myself, and Spuddy. We'll work on getting Discord's camera quality up another day, but for now, this is just totally fine. It's totally fine. It's a means to an end. I'm gonna leave it on over to Shelby to introduce who will all be playing tonight.
Oh gosh, I hope I got your names pronounced right.
We'll soon find out.
We'll try, we'll see. Okay, so we've got a fun little ragtag group of people.
Ragtag?
Yes, ragtag. Well, I mean, you're starting off. We'll start off with Bruce, because on the little screen there, it looks like that's on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Bruce, you're playing Zarog. Is it Zarog?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Zarog the Cleansed.
Zarog.
Cleansed, is it? How
Well,
interesting.
He's an Oath of Redemption paladin. He's a half-orc. All exciting. I like all these different races. Well, I like refer to it as ancestry now. I don't know. It's a thing I'm working with. In the middle there, we've got Bromnil.
I'm gonna...
Or Bro.
Bromnil. Oh, hello. All right.
I think that might...
Bromnil, the magnificent, if you will.
Mountain Dwarf College of Lorebard.
College of Lorebard. Well, that's a thing. I absolutely know what that means. A brewer? Yes, I'm a famous brewer. You've all would have had my mead, bro mead. Am I right?
It's my favorite drink when I'm praying.
Oh my god. And last but not least, and it's, you're not supposed to pick favorites, but I love kobolds. So Spud is going to be playing Tiggy Little Mace.
Hello.
Trickery Domain Cleric Kobold.
Little Pinky.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all of his features. He's a pink.
I don't know what you want me to say. Are you doing the intro here, Shelbs, or do you want?
He's really my familiar.
Do you want a quick what Tiggy looks like, or?
I'll get to that just
Alright.
after this little tiny quip.
Okay, go for
The
it.
word I'm looking for. So, as I already said, y'all are all third-year adventurers. This is your first little mission. A local tavern has requested the aid of some very skilled warriors to help remove a minor infestation in their basement. It may not be the most glamorous of first missions, but it's a start, and it might even help y'all get some exposure.
Oh yes. Not that Bromnil needs any more exposure, being somewhat of a celebrity brewer and musician.
Yeah, but maybe Bromnil, wants to be more known for his adventuring.
I'm looking to diversify.
Mm-hmm. It's an easy way to sell more ale on the road to that you haven't been to.
True that.
So this is where you guys can definitely describe yourself as you're walking through the town center, headed to your tavern of choice.
Lads, this is it. This is our big chance. And I pull out a couple of... Did they have bottle caps back then?
Yeah,
not?
you know, because
Why not?
dwarves are very skilled in metal work, so they have the little hinge as well.
Oh.
Kind of.
Oh, yep.
Pop top.
A little tankard.
Gross bottles.
I've been, like, carrying them like one of those big-breasted German beer wenches. Is that the official name, Spud? You'd know. I'm carrying those.
I don't know why you assume I know that, but yes, you're correct. I do know that. That is right.
Lads, to our first adventure. This is going to be one of many, and I see a great unity between us. Cheers! And he smashes.
Let's go in.
Amazing. As you are getting
Bruce
ready
is
to enter
frozen
the
with
tavern.
delight, by the way. Your camera has frozen with delight. Tiggy! You slippery fiend!
Slippery.
We're... Hang on, Shelby, do we all...
I not have a lot of hair, but I'm not slippery. In fact, I don't have one hair on my body.
You have
Not one
weapons.
hair at all.
Slippery, I'm engaging in discourse with you. Jovial discourse. Come on now.
I mean, it's raining. It's
And you're slippery. Look how raining and wet you are. You're slippery. You're like a salamander in the pond.
Don't ever call me a salamander. Kobold. Kobold.
I said like. How? What is your intelligence check?
I'm wise as they come. I'm
That's
wise enough to know I'm not a salamander. You
Welcome back, Procy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
haven't missed the key ingredients.
I call Bromnil called Tiggy slippery, and they've been talking about that since. That is all.
That's the life we lead. We haven't had any really good adventures to talk about yet.
No.
So Slippery's where it's at.
We've just been studying together, I guess.
Yeah.
You've had a couple of trial runs where there have been more experienced adventurers kind of holding your hand through a couple
Ah.
of missions. But this is the first one that y'all are on your own, really. Let's see. But as you're getting ready to enter the tavern, you notice that the little sign hanging up above to indicate the name is kind of hastily tacked on, and it says the Cool Fork Pub,
Cool.
which is, you know, not the best of names.
This is not a real tavern.
No, it says it's a pub. On the sign. Okay.
But upon entering the tavern, the smell of stale beer and cooked meats is in the air. It kind of is dampened by the rain outside.
That beer. I wonder if they stock my brew.
I doubt it. It's not even a real tavern.
It's not even a real beer.
As you're all laughing, most of the bar's current patrons kind of turn and look at you kind of sternly until a woman behind the bar kind of perks up and sort of runs up behind the bar, and she's so excited. And she's like, "Oh, hello, yes, you must be the adventurers I sent for. I'm so very excited that you've come. I was worried because I wasn't really offering anything monetarily, and I thought the guild might not send anyone, but here you are."
well met. Tiggy little mace. And it'd be my pleasure. The gods have sent me to aid you this day. These are my companions. This rather large fellow, Zarog, and the rather bardy looking one who is quite magnificent.
Body! Yes.
Yes, he announces himself like that. It never gets old.
Bromnil leans against the table that we're set at and leans into the woman. before we talk business, may I borrow your ear a minute to perhaps talk business?
Zarok stands up behind Bromil and just shakes his head. He's like, no.
You see, I make quite a fine mead, and perhaps after this little dusting off of whatever it is you need us to do, we could talk about perhaps you stocking my fantastic ale.
Right. Okay. Sure.
That's a deal! Takes the hand and shakes it enthusiastically.
There you
She
go.
seems
That's
kind
the
of put
first
off.
pub we've been in where they've offered to even talk to you about it. Maybe you do have a shot.
Word of my brew extends the land. Is that true, or do I think it does? Because
No,
these,
it is actually true.
yeah, you know my brew, and you love it.
She doesn't seem to really know.
She's more of a mead woman, is she?
She's kind of. You're getting the feeling that she's a little like put off. And everybody else is kind of turned away, but they're still sort of like more quiet than they were before you walked in. And she's just kind of like, yeah. Anyways, I can offer you like a week's worth of free food and drink, if that works.
Food?
So what exactly are we looking for in basement?
I mean, we
Rats,
just
is
have
it?
a little, yeah, just a little, just a few couple of rats. We got, a couple of them, but they're just more than we can handle.
Well, you start us with a down payment of turkey or rump, and we'll be down to business.
I've got bread right now.
Bread! You got any butter?
We've got lard.
I turn. I lean into Zordric. What's your name? Zordon? Hang on.
Zarok.
Zarok. And I'm like, I think you might be right. Is this some kind of makeshift tavern? Lard and bread.
Yeah, I told you. But anyway, it'll all be okay. Let's see what's downstairs, shall we?
She just kind of has already started walking towards the hallway where she's like passing another patron who they share a glance for a moment.
We start following her.
We sure do.
I know, moving all the things around. And she opens up the door. It's not locked or anything, but she just opens up the door into like a little kind of storage area. There's boxes stacked haphazardly, and there's a little hatch that leads to a ladder, which she opens up, and she's like, just down there, take care of it, and just come up when you're done, and it should be fine. No problems. Nothing weird.
Okay, I don't
You like to eat rats, don't you?
I don't realize that they've walked away from the bar because I'm like wringing out my vestments from all the rain and just looking down, and then I look up and they're gone, and I'm like,
I stick
alright.
my...
And then I hear the talking, and I'm like, oh, and I trot with my little feet back over.
Oh my god, the icon.
you like to eat rats, don't you, Tiggy?
Not at all. Are you mad?
No,
What are you trying to say?
I'm just asking. Do you like to eat rats?
No.
Oh
Ah,
my gosh, I just realized something.
I'll take some bread.
well,
Will
the
we
rats are
having
quite
bread?
good over an open fire.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not uncivilized. I may be a kobold, but I'm not uncivilized.
Hold on a minute.
By
I
the
forgot to put your
gods.
icons on the net.
So I'm going to learn your names. Give us a sec while I go back to this page that has your names on it. Zarog. Excellent. Wonderful. Zarog. Now that we're alone in this room, and you, Tiggy, you weren't here. She said, rather suspiciously, nothing weird. What do we make of that?
Hang
I'm
on a
pretty sure
second.
they're not
Why
rats.
are we standing in a room?
There's a
Is that... There's the hatch there. Are we going down there?
Bromnil and Zyrog both silently turn towards the hole in the floor.
I
okay.
open the hatch. I'm like, after you.
Yes, after you. And I point at Bromwell.
If it's to be me, then it shall be me.
Your voice actually sounds like that because you can do magic.
Oh, great. Perfect. Down he goes.
As you're announcing that, Brommel, I turn to you and say, I don't even acknowledge that you're just singing to yourself about going down this thing. I say, the great Bahamut teaches good lessons. One of them is, the brightest flames burn quickest. On you go. Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, really, go down the steps.
I'm already down here.
I then follow him down.
And it's a fairly lit.
I'll go last.
Yeah, you end up in a small little room as you climb down the stairs, and they're kind of rickety, but at least it's wooden, and don't seem to be any
G'day, graduate. How you doing?
broken wood pieces. And you're in this little small closed-off room. There is a door in front of you. You don't hear anything per se, and everything is a little bit quieter upstairs because you've climbed a good 20 feet down. It's like a deep basement.
Zarok walks up to the door and pulls out his greatsword.
All right. And I'll move to the side over here, seeing what he's doing. I was just about to say something and saw that and went, all right.
Okay.
Brommel?
Yeah. Yes.
Brommel?
Sorry. Let me just fix this. It's Bromnil because
Oh.
there are nil men on this world who haven't heard of my amazing ale.
You know, that's all you talk about. It's all right. I reckon you should move, Bromnil. Bromnil, just if you step aside, it's probably good because Zarog. I mean, look.
I test the door. Is the door unlocked?
Yeah, it opens up with
I open the door.
Okay, it opens up with a minimal creak. It opens into it's pretty dimly lit. There seems to be like some old candles that have still kept burning. But this room is mostly empty. If you venture forward out of it, you'll see.
Yep. I take a step in and have a look around.
There's discarded trash and a stack of mugs, and this seems to be where they store a bunch of their kegs in this room. But it's a big open room, and there's not much to it.
All right, it looks like it's empty.
But
I guess we should look for rats.
There's two doors to your left. One is closer to you, and then one is further away.
Ah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm going to start investigating for any signs of anything other than humans, like rat track or...
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Before he does that,
Uh-huh.
I am going to walk over to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, because how tall is Zarog? He's like full size, right?
Yeah.
He's tall.
He's tall as hell, and I'm like 2 foot. Fuck all.
He's like
He's
6'2".
6'2".
He's twice your height.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk over to him and place my little reptilian scaly hand on his kneecap, and I'm going to say,
Yes.
"Oh yes, as we go forth, let the blessings of the helmet roll through you." And I will cast guidance on him, so he will get an extra D4 on his next ability check.
Ooh. Nice. I will do some investigation. I will
that
add the
D4.
D4.
Oh, well?
And I'll add my D4. 9.
Well, as you're kind of looking around, it actually seems pretty clean. Minus the discarded like paper and litter. There doesn't seem to be any like rat droppings or discarded food.
This room has
Or
been
nests.
cleansed. And I'll
Right.
walk up to the next door.
Okay.
Zarog, perhaps before you go tallying into tally-hoing into the next room, perhaps we should have a look around. I was looking in my religious Bible here, and I take out a book. It's like this. It's kind of like a leather bound with little gold flecks, and I open it. And if anyone cares to look at it, you think it's probably a religious Bible, but it actually says on the back of it, written in common, "Adventuring for Dummies." And I'm like, well, the book here states that we should perhaps look around a bit more before we, burst into the next room or whatever. Maybe over
Tiggy, good man. I agree.
near the kegs over.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I've been standing here eyeballing their wares for some time. No, I am not. And he quickly puts the bottle back under his jacket. It's perfect.
I'm going to skitter over next to you and go, I didn't see anything.
But meanwhile, Bromnil would like
You're looking over them.
Mm-hmm.
It's you notice that they all have already been tapped, and they're flipped over, and they're all empty.
All the more reason why I was filling one up with my own leftovers.
Probably. I think this is where they put the empty ones. Probably no point putting your ale in those.
Can I do an Oh, you've just told me what's going on there. I would like... Bromnil would like to know... He would like to investigate to see if they're doing any malpractice in the terms of handling beer and brewery. He just wants to make sure everything's, tippity-top.
Well, you would know because you are a famous brewer that it's actually super weird to have all of these kegs empty down here. This is normally where they would store full kegs to bring up. So the fact that none of the kegs here are full of anything is really weird.
Please hold a minute, gentlemen. I'm going to pop one open, if that's a thing, and peer wholeheartedly with my whole head inside one.
Okay.
To see if anything else had been carried in these kegs, or if it's strange they're here.
As he looks over it, Tiggy's going to just chuckle to himself, and as he looks in and starts to peer into the darkness, I'm going to go to scare him. I am a trickery domain cleric, and try to scare the absolute shit out of him.
Oh, fuck!
There you go. That's a good well-used soundboard there. I like
You knock one of the kegs over and just straw seems to fall out of it.
I'm no brewer, but what?
These are no hops, gentlemen. Something is afoot. And my head.
Sorry, it's.
You gave me a startle there, you slippery little.
I don't know why you keep saying I'm slippery. I mean, look, there's some scales. I don't understand. Anyway.
As you made those noises, you kind of heard some shuffling along at the back door.
Shush. Back door, where's that?
Zarok turns and starts heading towards the back door.
Okay. There isn't any light coming from it, but you have dark vision, so that doesn't really bother you.
I'm gonna come back up close to this door and see if I can hear anything.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna quickly check what your passive is. Oh yeah, roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Nat 20!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
It's
Very
fat nap time.
very carefully put your ear to the door. You start to hear tiny squeaking noises, and it almost seems you can hear 3 distinct squeaks. And it seems like
Hey there, XP, how you doing?
behind the door they're talking to each other. Not that you speak rat, but
I raise my hand and motion towards the rest of my party to wave them over.
Okay, when he just holds his hand up, I'm not super smart. I just wave to him.
No, Tiggy, come on, we must.
Oh, he wants us to come over there.
And then I put my mouth. I'm like, shh.
I can't hear you.
You should be quiet, Tiggy, for fuck. Jesus. You
Oh.
adventure.
All
Get
right.
check your Bible again, won't you? Come on, let's go.
Oh, good. Oh, yes, it says here, be quiet. All right. I'll wander down.
Okay.
Clang, clang, clang.
Along the way, I'm like along the way, I put my arm on Tiggy's shoulder. You're doing very well.
Oh, good.
Zarog, you hear the squeak stop.
Signal for the rest of my party to stop.
We stop.
I stop.
It's pretty quiet. You can't really hear upstairs anymore.
And I've still got my sword out.
Mm-hmm.
So once they stop, I go to try the door. Is the door locked or?
Yes, this door is locked. And you jiggle the handle and the wood's pretty sturdy.
I give it a kick. See if I can kick it
shit.
open.
Oh, okay. Oh, go away, Discord.
You gotta go in there like, woo! Wrestler.
But you do. I mean, the door was pretty sturdy, but you managed to kick it good enough that it flies open.
Yeah. Oh,
It's pitch dark, but I think everybody can see in night vision.
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
Yeah.
I love that one, man.
I do love that one.
Alright, so I'm gonna do like, after he just kicks the door basically off the hinges / open, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna look over to what is it? Bromnil, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna look over to Bromnil,
Oh,
just turn my scaly head like almost all the way, and just look at him and just shrug and start just walking over. Like, I guess we're going.
And then
in now. After all this silence,
As Zarog kicks the door open, he sees the rat in front of him. He's like, You're just upsetting the peace of the common folk," and charges at the rat.
Oh my gosh! So as soon as you get close,
Oh,
there's
no.
like a puff of smoke, and like a little were rat. He's about the size of Tiggy. Pops up, and he doesn't have any weapons on him. He just has his hands in the air, and he's just like, wait.
I get there, and I bring my sword down, and I'm like, "What?"
Before you try and take care of us, are you with the bandits upstairs?
Wait, what?
And just as that happens, Bromnil sculls the last of his remaining pint, throws the tankard, and roars in with his... What weapon do I have? Let's have a look. I got a hammer. Great. Roars in with his hammer.
I'm not very smart, so I see the charge, so I go, run in straight behind.
Oh
Did you run straight into the back of?
Oh, we're not going to do the most newbie thing ever. You're going to stop.
Yeah.
Maz is going to run into you, and then I'm going to run into him. Oh, no. It's like the Three Stooges up in this bitch.
Bandits?
Yes, it's wearing a little waistcoat that seems kind of torn, and it's like trying to like straighten it out, but it looks terrified at y'all. And it's like, yes, we are the rightful proprietors of this establishment, and we have the papers to prove it. Those thieves jumped us in the night, and we few escaped with our lives.
Wait a second. You're a rat.
I've never seen a rat run a tavern.
We're rats.
Yeah, but
No, you can't wear rat.
what? Hang on.
Mhm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So, you own this tavern, right?
Yes, we have here, and it backs up slowly into the crate, and it like is looking at all of y'all very nervously, and it on the top of the crate there's some parchments, and it like lifts the parchment up, and then it's like shakily holding it out to y'all.
I'll walk over and take it.
Okay.
I take it, and then I'm gonna not take my eyes off this little rat guy, and just like basically moonwalk backwards, my boots, and I'm gonna hold it, and I'm just gonna like unfurl it, and then so they can't see my face, and every so often as I'm reading it, just peer around the scroll, and then peer back. Now, does it actually say that? Does it actually say? Is this a binding legal document?
From what you can tell, and you don't really have much experience with legal documents, but from what you can tell, this does seem to be a legal document for this building, this tavern, the name of which is the Spoiled Milk Tavern.
Okay.
And the name of the owner is Scuggs.
Right.
It's got,
What's
like, a
your
little rat
name?
print. I'm Scuggs. That one over there is Reginald, and then that one is Squeak.
Why did they take the tavern from you?
Well, we're pretty nice and trusting, which has obviously been our downfall. And we let them have the rooms for the night, and the last thing we knew was, several of us getting murdered in our sleep.
Boys, I shuffle everyone back towards me. Guys, huddle. Adventure huddle! Now listen. The Adventurers Guild sent us to complete the adventure. If we let the rats take over this joint again, what of us?
But what if they're the rightful owners?
Do you remember when we walked in? There was like a freshly pinned sign that was put up.
That's a good
Bread
point.
and lard! I do remember, Tippy. I do.
I have a question for you, Romnell. Why is it that every time we talk that happens? Is your magic's broken?
You do know that I am really stunned you don't know who I am.
No, I
Actually-
know who you are. It's just you're very weird.
When Tiggy said the name Bromnil, Scuggs' ears kind of perked up, and he looked a little like he recognized that name.
Oh, great!
I think he knows who you are.
Of course, the little rat person knows who Bromnil is.
But the woman upstairs didn't know
That's
who
a-
you were.
That's right. I'm magnificent. Bromnil pulls out a horn and starts playing it.
Tiggy, why did we bring him with us?
He takes a long, slow dwarven bow.
I'm gonna just roll my eyes and realize this is gonna take forever. So I let out like a sigh that is unusually large for my frame and tiny body, and I'm gonna go over here and sit on this barrel and watch just Bromnils just perform.
Bromnil's bow lasts as long as it takes for someone to applaud him.
Oh no, the Scuggs had immediately started applauding.
Excellent.
And the other two rats in the back are just squeaking happily.
Well, that's enough to convince me. Bromnil moves closer to Scuggs and takes a knee. Not really changing his height at all, I imagine, being a dwarf. I'm not really sure.
No, not really.
Tell us, Scuggs, who do we have to kill?
Okay. Oh, kill them. Oh, right. That's what people do. Well, there was the woman who seemed to be the ringleader of it all, and then there were, like 5 others. They're probably upstairs. I don't know. I think they wanted to use this front, the building as a front for like a smuggling thing. I heard them shifting boxes in the other room.
Boys, that explains the barrels.
Really?
His head snaps backwards and snaps back to the rat. Yes, do tell more.
After I hear the crack, I jump up off of his head snapping back. I jump up off the barrel and run over, and I'm going to use a medicine check to make sure the vertebrae is still in place, because when he gets really excited, he's put his back out before, and I feel like There you go. Oh, nat 20 on my bullshit.
Oh shit!
Okay, I snapped that shit back in.
2 fat gnats.
You don't need to go to the Cairo for like 4 weeks now. You.
Yeah, Bromnil, you feel amazing.
Oh! 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 Yes, I feel wonderful. Thank you, Tiggy.
You're welcome. I feel like I fed the monster, but that's okay.
Oh shit.
What's
So-
normally in that other room?
Yeah.
Oh, that's normally we just keep it as simple storage for like dry goods, and a couple of like extra like blankets and pillows for the rooms upstairs.
And what have they been smuggling in those barrels, Scrog?
Scrugs.
Scrugs.
We don't know. We haven't really left this room because they kind of killed everyone else.
Good lord. Justice must be done, lads.
Yes. Of course.
I mean, we don't have much to offer right now, but we'd love to maybe royalties, and obviously we'd want to get some Bromnil mead, bro mead.
Yes.
No,
Oh, yes.
A lot more than
Not at all.
bread.
It is quite the good mead. But yes.
Not necessary. Bahamut says that we must do right by the public. And I am a servant of the great Bahamut.
Oh,
Yeah.
we would even, we could even make a shrine here.
Oh, look,
Wow.
good. Yes,
Look,
I'll
we'll-
get.
if we're
I'll
going to
get
make
some.
shrines, we'll talk about which god later. But
No,
the
I'll
common
get,
people need assistance.
They're
I already
ticking.
have some pamphlets here. You look, and he holds out some. Hey, believe in Bahamut pamphlets. And-
Reginald the rat kind of squeaks over to you and like has its little paws. It's on 2 little legs and it's like wanting to hold the pamphlet, which is probably the size of it.
There you go. Ha, someone smaller than me. I don't see that often.
Zarog's like, damn it, I should have bought Pamp.
Ah, you snooze, you lose, big guy. Yes. So maybe we should, before we decide on who did what and what's actually going on, perhaps we should investigate a little more upstairs. Maybe ask some questions.
Yes.
I like your thinking,
Just-
Tiggy.
Just be very careful.
Oh yes.
Maybe you can like take Squeak, and Squeak can play dead, and then you can say we killed them and hold Squeak up.
Wow, Squeak, how do you feel about this?
Squeak, that sounds dangerous. Are you a good actor? Because I...
He's kind of like backing up.
Look,
Not happy about
Look, if any of you have any costumes, I could put my talents to use. Or better yet, I could just go up there and act my chops off. We don't need evidence.
We should just go up there and persuade them that the rats are dead.
Yes, but what are we going to say? We have to prepare ourselves, don't we?
We'll work that out when we get there.
I mean, Bromnil, this is your thing that you do.
Yes, put me...
When people need holy intervention or their neck realigned, as you saw, they call me. But this is all you.
While
Yes.
you guys are over there talking about it, Zarog
no.
walks over to
Oh,
the crate
fuck. Okay.
and pulls out his spare holy symbol of Palor and puts it on the crate.
Uh,
They're both,
Mighty
They're both-
Palor,
they're
grant
both
me
gods of
strength.
light, in a way, so...
I
God
thought,
of
I'll
sun
allow
and
it.
light, grant us strength as we head upstairs and dispatch these bandits.
Tally ho. Thank you.
Kelly ho.
Just be very, very safe. If it gets too dangerous, you can join us down here, I guess, and we'll just stay here for the rest of our lives.
Is it just... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Scrags.
That won't be happening.
That won't be. Have faith in whichever one of these gods tickles your fancy more. They're all the same.
And Zarog walks out.
As Zarog walks out, I'm going to just turn my scaly little horned head back and go, Bahamut's number 1!
I heard that.
Boys.
Oh, he's
Going
talking
here.
to us,
What?
Zarog.
What is in here?
I try that door.
It's locked.
I'm gonna stand aside and wait for the fucking.
Do you have a key for that room next door?
I was gonna wait for this tsunami kick, but no.
No, the bandits took it, and they've been moving stuff in and out of that room ever since they got this place.
Okay. It's okay. I've got a key.
I'm standing way out the way of this shit.
I've got a key.
He gets back.
Hang on, wait, Zarog. Hang on. Wait a minute. Oh, shit.
Do you break the door again?
Where's that sound coming from?
He runs at the door and like bolsters his shoulder to run through it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this one splinters even more than the other one. The other one still remained intact, but this one kind of, the wood just splinters into 1,000 pieces. The doorknob goes rolling by. And immediately you're kind of hit with a smell. A pretty unpleasant smell.
Oh, that's gross. I'm glad I'm standing back here.
Oh, that doesn't smell pleasant. Does it smell like anything I've smelled before? Like a corpse?
You'd probably have smelled a corpse, or at least somebody close to death, and that's kind of what it smells like.
Oh, I'd know that smell as a cleric, I imagine, too.
Yeah.
I look back. I'm like, doesn't smell great in here.
Are they brewing?
I'm
I
gonna
don't think so.
gonna
If they
stop.
are, I don't drink it.
As they're talking, I'm gonna stop for a dramatic. I'm gonna go and then stop for a dramatic effect, and then with my head, because I'm trying to emulate Bromlin, because he's pretty cool. And then you hear like probably one of my bones in my neck snap, and then I just look with squinty eyes and go, I think someone might be dead.
You want me to play the theme song to the theme song to CSI Miami?
Yeah.
Like on top of the smell, there's a bunch of barrels. Some of them are kind of propped open, and there's you can see the hay kind of peeking out of it. There's a couple of broken, splintered pieces of boxes in the ground.
G'day, Jackman. How you doing, mate?
Really opened barrels, and then if you peek around, there is just a dead body of a human man who has been pantsed. He's just
Oh, Jesus.
here, probably here. Here, let me make it.
He's dead, but he's got a nice set of pants on him. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's got no pants, boys.
He's got no pants.
De-pantsed.
And it looks pretty, maybe like a couple of days old.
Well, something evil goes on here, and I don't like it.
Is it a human?
I don't like it at all.
Is it a human?
Why would they kill him and take his pants?
It is a human.
They're trafficking corpses.
I'm gonna, can I have a scooch over this dead man and using a medicine check try to work out how he was killed?
Sure, yeah.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll that
Oh, yeah.
medicine check with advantage.
All right, we're both glorious, knowing things guys in this video. All right. So I had to find buttons. Okay, so
Hey, 22.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's pretty clear that there's a stab wound right in his gut, and he's lost a couple of fingers as well.
Oh, Jesus. So he's tortured maybe as well before.
He can't. It's like his face is sort of stuck in surprise, like he wasn't expecting to be murdered. Which, I mean, who is? But
Yeah.
I wonder if he was asleep when this happened. I mean, why else would he have no pants?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to answer that, Zarog. I wouldn't answer that. It's the business of the bandits with the, you know the phrase, something in pillage. Anyway, I'm leaving now. And I have a quick spew.
Slightly open.
Okay, sure. Roll an investigation check on one of the barrels.
Oh, that's pretty
15.
good.
So as you like kind of reach your hand in, the top kind of comes off really easily, and you're sort of digging around in the hay. You feel something kind of like velvet, almost.
Ooh.
And as you
Pull
like
it out.
pull it out, it's like a little velvet pouch, and there's some kind of round object on the inside of it.
I open the pouch.
Okay. There's a kind of, if you open it, you can just barely make out like a marble of some kind, but there's a black covering on it and it's kind of turned away.
Doesn't look like regular contents of a barrel. I checked the other barrels.
Okay. You go for one that's kind of been more opened and straws all around the ground, and you kind of are digging around, and you kind of touch broken glass.
Ow!
There seems to be something that's shattered in there, maybe.
Tiggy, I think we should open one of these unopened ones.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get
Okay.
out. What have I got? Have I got something to force this bitch open? I've got a.
Does anybody have a crowbar?
I've got a. I mean, I've got a priest pack. I don't know if that's got a crowbar in it. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Anyone got a? Anyone got a
Cyborg.
crowbar?
Let's have a look. I have a hammer.
A dagger.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
could pry it with a
yes.
dagger. Here, Tiggy, watch out. I pull out my small
Okay.
dagger and stick it into the.
Let's
Come on!
a strength check.
I'll do that.
Before he does that, I
Oh.
will touch him on the shoulder.
Oh, ow, my wrist! Why? You're putting me off! Why are you touching me? I fucked it completely because of you!
Just as I say, but who would give him your? He goes, Jesus!
Stop startling me, for fuck's sake! Oh my god!
The dagger just kind of gets stuck. It's just stuck in there now, stuck in the wood.
Well,
Well, that was unfortunate. I don't want to walk
What
away.
are you two doing?
nothing apparently. Absolutely nothing.
Do I see the dagger sticking out of the barrel?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Yeah.
Do you want some help?
I want my wrist. It scared me.
I'm very small and creepy looking.
Mhm.
I
You're
get
not
the-
wrong.
I can pry it open with the dagger and get the dagger out.
Okay, you make a strength check as well.
11.
That's not that bad. Come on.
Yeah.
It's not a natural one.
You've gouged, like, luckily that it was stuck in enough that it kind of pops the top and there's like a tiny little hiss. And then it releases a little bit, and just like sitting very neatly on top of all of the straw and hay is like a vial of something, like a little potion bottle,
Ooh.
and it's full.
What color is it?
It's pearlescent. Like as it moves, it kind of shimmers a bit, and there's kind of little black specks in it that, like, for a moment, they kind of look like spiders, but then, oh no, it's just like a rectangle of speck.
I don't think this is supposed to be in a mead barrel.
No, what is this? Some kind of varnish for whore folk?
I don't know, but I think we probably should. There's something wrong with you, right?
It's varnish for all folk. What the fuck?
Listen, I've been around dancers and women likes, and they have all these weird liquids pour all over their bodies.
I walk over and I go, after he's talking about them pouring liquid on their bodies, and I'm a priest, I'm like, yes, perhaps I should have a look at this and see if it is indeed whore polish or whatever you called it. Can I make some kind of check to try to see what that is? I don't know, like a straight wisdom check or an intelligence check, maybe.
I would say you can make, because it's kind of shimmering in a way that isn't really
natural.
Natural. You can make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm really good at these, he said, with a -1. Let's give it a crack. I believe it is indeed the whore polish.
Excellent.
See?
I'll put it away then, and we'll get it out later.
I do. In fact, if we don't need it later, maybe I'll put some on my horns.
Right.
I'm not a-
I lean into Zarog. Now who's the weird one?
I
I'm
heard
starting
that.
to think I am.
Perhaps we should go upstairs and see what's what. Maybe.
Let's
Maybe-
open one. Let's open one more.
Okay.
Open the big one.
They're all about
Find
the
another
same
one
size.
that's not open and try and open it.
Okay.
I'm-
if it's
I-
a dagger, you can
Yeah, I'll
just
still use the
smash-
dagger.
Bromnil stays
Okay.
where he is and just, while they're distracted, attempts really quickly to try to pull his dagger out.
I'd say
your dagger's in my
eventually you get
hand.
it. Oh yeah, no
Even-
wait, yeah, Zarog has a dagger.
Oh, okay, never mind.
12.
So it's kind of difficult, but you do end up opening it up, and you don't see anything on top just yet. But it's just mostly straw right now.
I dig through it, knowing that I found a marble deeper in one of the others.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. 14.
So you immediately, you dive straight down, and you immediately grip something that's kind of not unlike wood, but maybe not wood. And if you pull it out, it's just like it's like a metal rod, but it's textured like wood, and it's only about the size of like a small short sword, and it's just this plain wooden looking metal rod.
All right.
Oh no.
I pointed at Romnil. I'm like, do you know what this is?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, let me have a good squiz.
I hand you over a rod that is metal but looks like it's wood.
Mm-hmm.
He takes it in both hands and gives it a good sniff and a feel and
Okay,
And
you kind of
do I have some? Can I investigate that, or what would I use to see if I know what that is? Insight.
yeah, no, well, not really insight. You can investigate it, sure.
All right. 15.
So it's very finely crafted, and as you take a sniff of it, you can almost smell like a barn, maybe, or barn animals. And you can see that there's actually delicate runes, etched into some of the wood grain pattern. So you have, you know, it's got some kind of magical properties. It's really nicely made, and it smells like a barn.
Does it smell like a barn because it's been in a barrel full of hay?
Maybe.
Likely.
Uh,
I
well,
think
it's
this trip has just paid for itself.
Well, let's go kill some rogue bandits upstairs then. Chop, 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 chop. Yes, Tiggy. Ah, wonderful teams.
And everybody has a gift from the barrels.
Did I take anything at all? I don't think I did.
Didn't you hold the
You've got the
keep
liquid.
a hold of the potion?
Oh shit, I do. I'm gonna add that to my.
So I've got
You've got the
you've got my dagger now, so I'll replace that with magic rod.
Character sheet.
Magic rod.
I don't know what that is, but I'll.
Poor varnish.
Good times.
Poor varnish / potion? Question mark. All right. Okay.
Rod, potion, and mysterious marble. You didn't take the marble out, right? You just left
I
it in
did
the
not.
back?
It's still in the
Okay.
pouch.
Okay. Good to know.
When the DM's like, "Did you touch that marble?" No. Okay. Okay. Okay.
What did you
Okay.
do with that
Okay.
marble?
Okay.
I
Okay.
ate it.
Let me know when you touch it. Okay. 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 Okay.
What that do?
Maybe it'll come to use. Who knows? So as you're climbing back up the stairs, everything's back to normal. The door is closed, and people seem to be talking in hushed whispers or a loud raucous from another room.
Boys, when we go in there, let me make quite the fuss. I will perform as though we have vanquished the foes, and for them to give us our reward. Agreed?
Yes.
And then what?
But then what?
And then maybe we just kill them, or should? This is why we're a team, boys. This is why we're a team.
As soon as you're really confused,
I'll do the
Maybe
first.
we should report
kill
this back to the guild.
I pull my book out and I start flicking through it for what the next step is. Is it like kill bandits or?
I like the idea, Zarog, but what if their music? Let me just attune my ears so their music isn't so loud. There we go. That's better. No, that's right. If we leave here to inform the guild, what if they go down and see poor Scrags and Plinkett and Ratman?
I'll go get them now and put them in my pocket.
All right.
And he starts climbing back down the ladder.
Okay.
That exchange was like literally that long, and I'm like, well, waiter, heck, you gonna put them? All right.
I literally look at Tiggy. I reach out towards the hole as he's jumped down. Yep. Okay, that's good. Tiggy, I did part one of the idea. Zarog's got part two. What do we do next? Do we?
Really? You gonna do me like that? All right. Well, so do we? Well, we haven't even really. The book says, find out who's not lying. We've missed this important step in this adventure. We don't actually know who's telling the truth or not. I mean, all the evidence points to the blokes out here being the bad ones. But
Yes, but it could.
How about you just be really charismatic and walk up to them and one of them and go, excuse me, are you a bad person?
Yes, I agree. I have an idea. Once I look at this.
Oh, wait, I've got a brilliant idea.
Yes. Go on. I was just remembering. I'm just remembering Zarog jumped in the hole.
Can I hear someone walking up?
With your perception, yeah, you can actually start to hear like somebody's footsteps coming down the stone path.
Okay, I'm gonna lower my voice and go. Hold on a second. Let's go back down the trapdoor for a second.
Okay.
Come on. Just get in here. All right. So I'm gonna get us to back down the stairs, out of earshot, and close the door. And I'm gonna be like, well, how about you use your
Skills.
your charisma that you have, and you lure one of them to this room, into the room, and say something like, "Follow me, and we will show."
Break their neck. No.
No. Well, yes, maybe. And then when we're there, we capture them and we interrogate them.
Okay.
Right?
This is a good idea. Here it is. I will go put on a show that we've vanquished them. They will bring around. Wait. No, we cannot. And trust me, they'll love it. Now,
Not helping.
I'll do the thing. It won't go forever. Just a couple of songs. Don't worry about it.
Do a victory show at the end.
No.
Just get one
And
of them
then,
to come down.
while everyone is drinking in merriment and giving us our lard on toast, then we pick the one who we think we need to interrogate. That will be your job, Tiggy. Then we bring him down here and snap his... No, interrogate. Interrogate him.
This is a terrible idea.
It was half yours!
We could just get one of them to come down now and be like, hey, come down, bonk on the head with my mace. Tie you up. Are you evil?
That misses the whole bit where I sing a song and get bread.
There's a song at the end.
That's an opportunity to do 2 songs.
All right. I compromise.
I start waving my new magic rod because it's in my hand. Listen here, Tiggy.
All right, a compromise.
Yes.
You go up and you do one little dance number.
1 or 2. Yes.
As you're doing that, chicken just appears.
What is happening?
Next to us.
Yeah. It kind of like
Oh shit!
After he waved the wand.
Hang on.
from the
Can I?
and then a chicken.
Can I roll?
I'm startled by this.
Can I?
You hear Tiggy go, "Oh fuck!" and he just kicks it.
Yeah. Can I roll something to see if I connect the dots? Because I have, but I don't.
On a check.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's a fat gnat. Jesus.
Oh shit!
Oh, this has to be that chicken must have come. The rod itself. It seems to be able to
Summon
from what you
chickens,
can ascertain,
Tiggy.
summon chickens as far as you know.
Tiggy,
but
Tiggy,
you kicked it dead.
Tiggy, watch this. Watch this.
Don't do it again.
Chicken.
You scared me enough. I've already killed one.
Chicken.
Is he just waving a
Are you
wand
just-
around saying chicken?
Yes.
Are you waving the wand?
I am role playing. Chicken. Chicken.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, well.
What the fuck is going on?
We didn't find any
There are
rats,
9
but we found
chickens?
plenty of chicken.
9 chickens.
See that, Tiggy?
They're all clucking and they're mad and they're like running around the room.
Yes.
Feathers are going everywhere.
I
Tiggy.
do see that. What a wonderful trick if we're going to Old MacDonald's farm.
Tiggy, I've got a wonderful idea.
I hear this commotion.
Tiggy,
Oh, you can hear the chickens for sure.
Yes, I can hear you.
Tiggy,
Normal. I'm right here. What?
I know. I just my thought
Actually,
gets.
it is really loud with all these
Yeah,
chickens.
there's a lot of chickens.
Fucking hell. Are you? Is your plan about to change from your act?
No, I
to
was.
just going upstairs and summoning chickens.
I was just thinking we'd eat more than lard and bread tonight, my friend. Let's go.
I have a single chicken.
Wait,
He's-
is that what we're doing?
I'm halfway up the ladder when he says, "But wait," and I turn around and accidentally swing the wand again. Yes, come on.
Okay, as he does that, I'm gonna touch him on the leg and very quickly go, with the blessings of Bahamut, you're gonna be really much better at what you're about to do. And I'm gonna cast guidance on him for his next skill check, which I've got a feeling he's gonna need another D4 on this fucking crazy performance check he's about to do. I'm gonna go upstairs as well.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's go to Zarog real quick,
Yeah.
who has heard
He's
a whole
actually
bunch of chickens.
he's actually finished the entire mission and has gone back by now.
I mean, yeah, the Scugs is waiting for you.
Have you always been a rat, Skunks?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're rare rats. We can turn into, little rats, but then this is our normal form.
And all your employees are rats?
No, we had a whole mix. There was Rod and Sasha and.
Can you tell me what they look like?
Rod.
Okay.
What a sick name for a rat.
When he describes them, do any of them look like the pantsed corpse? Does he describe
Yeah.
the pantsed corpse?
Yeah, actually, Rod. He even was like, and I believe the last time I saw, he's going in detail about what they were wearing.
How many genitals? If they had pants on or not.
Rod had like his orange, he's not orange, his like a pale green yellow shirt on. He'd just gotten finished cleaning up the bar.
What if you all hide in my backpack and we leave?
Yeah, thanks, but no.
Well, while that sounds kind of roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh, come on, big boy. Or you could do intimidation, but like, get the fucking backpack!
I try and talk them into it. Yeah,
Immortal, yeah,
basically,
absolutely.
I tried to talk them into it with my 8.
I feel
I'm like,
a little bit more
"Look."
safer down here.
If you want to survive, because if we leave to go get the guards and come back, they will come down here and execute.
That's terrifying.
Get in the damn backpack.
And then,
Oh.
like a little poof.
A 16 with my intimidation.
A little poof, and he's back into like a little rat, and they both seem like very scared again.
Aw.
What are you going on about? We're out
Aw.
there summoning chickens and shit. Chicken lord.
Reginald the rat that took Tiggy's pamphlet is like somehow folded it into a crane.
Oh, what
Aw.
a waste of good literature right there.
I like so I get my blanket in my backpack and make like a kind of shelter inside my backpack so they don't get crushed.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes them feel a little bit better, and they all kind of get into your backpack.
And then I shut my backpack and
G'day.
start walking out.
G'day, Drake Blackbeard. Hello there, me hearties.
I open the door and see all these chickens. I'm like,
There's gonna be a room of chickens.
Well,
No explanation. Oh, fuck.
I don't even. And I go in the room and I shut the door and I try and catch chickens.
Catch chickens.
Yep.
Okay.
And when I've caught like 2 or 3 chickens, I then climb up out.
Okay. Sure.
Are you starting your own wildlife reserve? Is that what's happening? You got like a backpack full of fucking rats and chickens? Is that what's going on now? You've missed your calling. Becoming a farmer.
Before we go back upstairs, I'm
By
just
the time
gonna.
I get back, are these 2 numpties still in the room?
Oh yeah,
Or
we're
are they
gone.
out?
Nah, we're waiting up here.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
Mhm.
I'm just
When I
gonna
get up,
grab
I'm like,
myself a drink of water.
Just tell them there were
I'll be
no
right back.
rats, but we found shitloads of chickens. Where did the chickens come from?
This numpty here.
Oh, I'm not
That
surprised.
rod that you found, the wood rod.
It's a chicken rod.
Chicken rod.
It's a chicken
It's a
rod, mate.
chicken
It's a
rod.
chicken rod.
It summons chicken.
All right.
mean-
well, we'll tell them there were no rats.
This is not in the book. And he looks at the book. There's nothing about chicken rods. I've looked under C.
The
I've
book's
looked under
upside.
R for
The
rod.
book's upside down.
I've even looked under F for foul. Nothing's in here.
Sarag, you have 2 chickens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they are not happy. Kind of just like
I'm holding
feathers
them
are
by their
flapping
feet.
around. They're making a lot of noise, and
Yep.
you kind of notice that things have gone quiet in the tavern.
Oh shit.
I walk.
It must
out
be my
the
turn
door.
to sing. Excuse me.
I didn't hear any of their conversation about a show and a plan.
No,
So-
you did not.
I just come upstairs. I'm like, we're gonna tell them that there's no rats. We just found chickens.
Yes, we will. Bromnil takes out his lute and tunes a little.
Why don't you loot out?
You'll see. He pushes him
We-
gently
We don't
aside
need a song.
and
I
walks
say
out the
to-
door.
As he does this, I whisper to Zara, I feel like we should have told you about this part.
What?
Rat
is he doing?
people are dead. We killed those rat people with our hands. They were really easy to kill, and you can give us our food now. Yeah. Another.
Walked out into the main woman that you talked to at first. Her arms are folded, and then a bigger, gruffer guy. His arms are also folded.
I would like to add that performance came with my performance and also persuasion
Oh, okay.
rolled into the song through melody and skill.
I think you can roll a performance with advantage.
Oh snap!
You've also got plus D4 because of the guidance I cast on.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it better be good.
19, 20, 21, 22.
Plus a D4.
That would.
Yeah, you have to roll a D4.
I have to roll it. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha. I can't just add 4. I'm assuming I'm going to roll max on that, mate, so that's fine. Here we go. I didn't. 20!
Hey, well, it's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20. I love that.
Dirty 20.
You can, Bromno, you can hear like a slow clap in the back.
Thank you! Thank you! I'll turn auto tune off now.
The woman in front of you, like, kind of sternly just sort of looks, and she says, "Y'all aren't the brightest, are you?"
Excuse me?
I mean, we could pretty much hear everything that you were saying in that room.
That is interesting. And then I flurry the chicken wand several times as I
And I throw my chickens at her. Like, chickens!
as I run back into into the end door and bust through here. Ah! If it's not locked.
Assault, isn't it?
Yeah, it
what
is.
we're doing? Throwing
It is. Ah!
Opening
Chickens,
barrage.
and then I draw my great
Chickens!
sword.
Only one. Let's see. Yeah, only one chicken appears before.
Oh, shit.
No,
It's
no more
fucked.
smoke seems to come out of the rod.
As he runs to the end of the corridor, he's like, "What? Fucking why?"
You run into a room with a woman and she screams and drops all of her books.
I close the door behind me and press against the door, and I'm like, and I immediately compose myself. Don't you scream, young woman.
Fucking guy.
And scene.
I'm gonna turn to Zarog just as this all happens, and as you're loosing your chickens, Zarog, I turn to you and go, "I think we might have made a terrible mistake.
These chickens are huge.
A terrible mistake having that one with us.
I think so.
He makes good beer, but by God, he's an idiot."
There we go, fried chickens.
Okay, so our first salvo in this great combat that's probably likely to happen is throwing
So
some
I've
fucking chicken.
thrown my 2 chickens at the woman in front of me.
Fucking chickens on the floor.
I mean, extremely distracted for sure.
Yeah.
Get him.
With Bromnell, the woman kind of just is jumped on the bed and is just like, "Don't take my books!" And then in the hallway, everybody that you can see starts to draw out weapons. They've got swords and a couple in the back have crossbows at the ready.
I shut the door.
Hang on.
Throw my chickens at her and shut the door.
What a move. Never saw it coming. This is so good. Chickens!
Oh,
One of them
shit.
runs down the hall, shuts the door. We just shut the door.
Okay.
I'll just stand there and blink a few times. I'm just gonna my book that I have that I keep trying to get my adventuring information from. I just throw it against the wall.
And then I'm like, and then I turn to Tiggy. I'm like, quick, open the hatch.
I run.
And then-
I step back
then-
and open the hatch.
And then I signal for him to come and hide behind the boxes with me.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So we try and hide behind the boxes.
Genius. This is the best.
I've got my greatsword out ready in case they see me.
All right, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself to try to hide in my medium armor. All right, so do you want us to make a?
You can both roll stealth
All right,
checks, but
okay.
yeah.
It's gonna be fucking bad.
14.
All right, so mine's 21
Oh, okay.
plus. I need to roll a d4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of pile all the boxes up in front of us. and
23.
open the hatch.
Oh yeah, boy.
Uh-huh. And as the door swings open and the woman is like holding a sword, and she sort of like looks first down the hatch, and I mean just for funsies here, let me just go ahead and where are we going here? Oh, just a straight wisdom roll. She definitely heard boxes moving, and you're very tall, and so she can. Like,
as she looks down the hole,
You're thinking
can
what
I
I'm thinking.
leap forward
my
and push
gosh.
her down?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Just push it down the fucking thing.
And as I'm leaping forward, I assume I push the door shut as I lean past it.
Sure, yes, that's exactly what happens. Let me just really quickly do that. Okay.
Upon hearing the door slam, Bromnil is slowly a door ajar, peering through to see what's going on. He sees the woman enter the room, hears the crash, and is like, "Oh," and continues to watch what this big bloke does.
He kind of like is like rushes in as well, and like immediately like, are you like in front of the door?
Oh well, we'd both be here now if we.
Yeah,
pushed
so
it.
I'm probably now bracing the door shut after we pushed her down, and I'm
So
getting
he's like
Tiggy to close the manhole and push boxes over it.
Okay.
like he's trying to open the door, and he's not really bracing well against it. And then he's like turning to the others and he's saying, I'm not gonna do a voice. It's too early. He's telling them, our cover's been blown. We should get the fuck out of here. Boss is down the hole.
Oh,
Oh.
Bromnil hears
As
that
he says that,
and bursts
As he
through
says
this
that-
door, and you hold, fiend, coward, and starts running at him with his hammer.
when the pressure
Kicking chickens as he
goes
goes.
from the door. So when he's not pushing on the door, can I open the door and pull him in?
Both Bromnil and Zarog make a dexterity check for me real quick.
See
who
who
gets
does
there
what.
first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll do that again with normal.
18.
17.
Okay, so Zarog managed to so Bromnil, you kind of run you run
So
in
I
and get
open
close.
the door and pull him in.
Okay, yeah, I get to the door, I'm like, and I end up here, and I just sort of look around at the three there.
And they're like unsure what they need to do. They've been told that they should probably run.
I immediately grab this one by the scruff and pull him in, or probably down towards me.
Yeah.
You're rumbled, mate! And then I clop him across the temple with my hammer. Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. You can roll a strength check.
Okay.
Just like a basic strength, just to clobber him.
Strength.
Yeah.
19.
Oh yeah. Oh, you knock him cold too.
Yes!
And
Rumbled!
everybody else seems kind of like super worried, and they're getting ready to like book it. They're just like,
This
didn't
guy
expect
this guy
yeah.
that's been pulled into the room.
I pull him in and
As soon
headbutt him.
As soon as he like flies through the door, can I just like golf club swing my mace into his chops?
you can attack him, sure. Roll your attack.
Alrighty.
Are you like kneecapping him, or what are you trying to do?
No, well, you've pulled him through, so I imagine like when you pull someone, the center of balance is off, and they kind of like lean towards you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if his pretty face can find my mace. Oh, I'm also a bard, bitch. There we go. Alright, let's see. See if I can hit him.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That
yeah.
hits. Yeah, that hits.
That's 5 bludgeoning as I wind up. Like I actually do the thing where you kind of like, because I don't have my shield
I
off
just
my
grab his
back
head
yet. And I just go boom, and with the momentum, they kind of meet each other. Crack!
He like is immediately like coughs out blood, and he's doubled over, and he's like, please don't hurt me.
Well, I'd say it's a little late for that.
I mean, we didn't hurt you.
Yes, but you've killed a lot of people and put them in barrels, and that's evil.
You have a fair point there. Yep.
Oh yes, I do. And
A
then
confession! I hear. A confession! Is that closed off? I really want to knock him down the hole.
Yeah, it's closed.
Ah, damn it.
That's another 16.
Oh no, it's
Yeah, that
probably
is.
open.
All right, there's some more damage. Another 3 bludgeoning as I belt him again on the noggin.
Shit, the others. Bromnil wants to run back to these others.
Unconscious, but he's
I'm
still
going.
breathing.
Okay, he's unconscious but still breathing.
He's
And
just really bloodied.
I turn to my companion Zarok and I'm like, well, that wasn't so hard. Who needs the book? Charge! And then I prod him in the back with my mace, take my shield off my back, and like point him towards the door so we can come and join the ruckus with our friend who's probably
So this
just
guy's unconscious,
firing
yeah,
chickens.
or dead.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
I
He's
lay him over.
unconscious.
I lay him over the top of the trapdoor,
Okay.
and then I start running out here to chase down people trying to escape.
Let's get him.
There's.
Kick this
This
chicken.
guy's also unconscious. You kicked the chicken?
I kicked the chicken out of our way.
It's dead.
Oh.
I run past this guy that's unconscious and spear
Uh-huh.
tackle this dude over a table.
Oh shit!
He's like in the middle of trying to run away, and you just like tackle him across the table and like land on the floor. And he's well and truly freaking out, and his sword is sort of just clobbered to the ground. Clobbered, yeah, that's a word.
Bromnil snaps his neck back and forward looking for that other wench that was vanished. Wench! Where are you? Godless whore! And then I run this way towards... no, sorry, that's the wrong way. Towards the exit. And I bust out the front door to see if I can spot her.
City guard.
When you yell "godless whore," I go, "She's godless! How dare she!" And I'm gonna do in
Quick,
my
give her a pamphlet.
medium armor. I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna do like the biggest big dick slide over the counter here, and try to catch up with my mate.
Oh, shit.
As you guys are screaming about this, and the rain is kind of pouring down still, and you're screaming this, and these people are sort of trying to run away in the rain. Luckily, it's fairly late at night now that there's not many people out, but there is a guard further down, which I obviously don't have a little token for. But there's a guard further down, and he's seeing these two people running towards him, and then you burst out of the tavern.
That's the guard right there.
calling them.
Screaming godless whore.
I have you now!
And the guard is just like, halt! What is going on?
Never you mind! I need to do a test to see if I can catch this bitch and like dive at her dress and try to pull her legs out from under her. That's what I'm trying to do.
Dexterity check.
Oh god, this is gonna end poorly.
You can do it. Come on.
14.
Okay, let me.
Oh, that was a save. Sorry, wrong one. It's gonna be even worse. Hang on. 9.
Oh, 7.
Oh!
You catch up to her,
Excellent.
and she's screaming, and the man next
Yeah.
to her is screaming, and they're like, guards!
You've been snatched! And I like take my hammer. If she falls to the floor forwards, I take my hammer, run up her back, and just put it into the back of her skull.
Shit. Right in front of the fucking guard.
I know.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's the passion of the adventure. He's doing it.
Make an attack roll then with your hammer.
Okay. Light hammer. Oh, hang on.
Let me pull up.
Light hammer. Oh shit, it's got a barely dent. 6.
That you hit the ground, and like a puff of the cobblestone erupts next to her, and she starts crying.
Yeah. Okay, so
Freaking out.
the crying, the fact that I missed, and then I remember that there's a guard, and I'm like, it was but a warning shot, sir. We've caught the bandit red-handed. And if you will help me escort her back inside this makeshift tavern originally owned by rats, we will explain everything. And then I grab her by the boot and start dragging her towards the door.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I knock out the dude that I speed tackled and then drag his ass over with the other one and grab both of them and drag them into this room and make sure she hasn't come out from in there yet.
You can hear banging on the bottom of the hatch. And the guard is just like, yeah, I think you guys have a lot of explaining to do.
It won't be lots, I promise. It's a few. I could do it in song. Come on. We'll eat lard.
You hear an audible sigh from inside when he says, I can do it in song.
My voice is so booming it can be heard across the land. Very theatrical. Come on, bitch. Ugh.
But while that's happening, this guy here, he's not dead, is he? He's just unconscious.
No, but he's very close.
I start tending to his wounds enough to stabilize him.
Okay.
And as I'm doing that, I'm basically saying to him that he was going to explain everything to the guard about how they don't really own this tavern and it's front.
Who are you talking to?
Bandits.
In here. The man who's...
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to the guy who's almost dead. Yes. I'll tell you everything you know, you dirty.
He's just like, please, I'll say anything. This isn't worth death. And he's like crying and bleeding everywhere.
Yep. So I'm like tending to his wounds so that he stabilizes.
That's pretty good.
I want to walk over to my yodeling chop that's just dragged this poor person in by the boot and this guard. And I'm going to walk over and go, I'm going to put my hands on my hips. I've got my nice gold and silver shiny religious vestments from Bahamut. And I say, well, clearly this looks bad, but my friend here...
Bromnil the Magnificent! You might know me and my meat!
Oh, God!
I think I've heard of that name before.
Oh, don't encourage him. He will explain everything. We have evidence here. We have the contract, the title to this, the deed to this property, and it has been taken from the rightful owners, which we
have in a handbag.
Zarog.
What?
Zarog.
What?
We needed the owners to come out and corroborate this story. Come on.
Are you sure that's wise?
Well, yes, the guard's here now.
Does the guard know who owns this inn?
Well, he will shortly.
Yeah, no, I know that. I mean, I thought that I thought the owners had moved on. They told us that it wasn't the spoiled milk anymore. It was the cool fork because the owners left.
So you know the previous owner?
Yeah, Scuggs.
Who was he? Can you describe him for me?
You know, he's just a were rat.
Are you?
He's really cute vest.
I walk out and onto the table. I put my backpack, I open it up, and I scoop the 3 were rats out and put them on the table.
Oh gosh, now I have to go get their tokens.
Yeah.
Little rats. Yeah.
They could have like plop onto the table, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot they could do that." well, I thought you guys had moved down. He seems to be like immediately zoned in on the middle rat. And he's like, "Well, heck, I wish somebody had told me sooner that this place was, unlawfully taken."
Well, you see, we're adventurers, and we were sent to this place by our guild, you see, and we arrived, and these false owners hired us to go downstairs and kill these.
She's trapped in the basement, by the way.
Yes, there's another one trapped down there. But they hired us to kill off these rats, but we worked it out because we are very clever, you see.
Quite.
Oh.
My god, I followed the god's word, my god. The great god Bahamut, you might have heard of him. Here, have a pamphlet. Now, the divine powers gave us the foresight to realize that they were in fact lying, and we found the rightful owners here. So, mystery solved. Ha.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I thought for a minute that you were just murdering
Hobos?
rampages,
No.
killing some. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no.
I can see how someone may mistaken our
Yeah, I
friend
mean,
here
I
for
was.
that.
Yeah.
I was acting in honor and passion, and I think one of the fuckers got away.
Well, rest assured, I'm sure that we can once we figure out which group is behind this, we could probably sort out the stragglers. There's like chickens, sort of.
I walk in here and I pick up a guy that's injured, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Who are you working for?" Start intimidating him.
The boss downstairs, Isabella.
And who does she work for?
I don't really know.
Zarog, Isabella, a whore's name if I've ever heard one.
All right.
Let's rough her up a bit.
I pull out the vial out of my backpack and go, this must belong to her. This whore polish.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
Connecting the dots like true adventurers.
I move the guy out the way,
Mm-hmm.
and I get Bromnil to open the hatch, and as he opens the hatch, I cannonball down it, so I land on her
Oh, Jesus.
as she's knocking. So I get him to time it, so when she knocks, I get him to open it, and I just cannonball down.
Okay, so you will take. Let's see. I'm gonna. So 11 halved. So you'll take 5 damage because she softens your blow as you land at the bottom of a 20-foot ladder.
Alright. I peer down there and go, oh, shit! and start walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then I pick her up. Is she still conscious from me landing on her?
And she's pissed.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me.
Like she is mad. She's like kicking. She's like trying to kick you off of her.
I grapple her and restrain her
Okay.
and yell for them to get the guards.
Okay. Well, let's do a fun little contesting here. Alrighty. So you have to do an athletics. And I can either do athletics or acrobatics. I'll do that.
13.
She slips out. 15.
Oh.
Damn it.
As soon as I get down there,
bitch.
and
Mhm.
as soon as she slips out, I am going to... right, I've had enough of this fucking shit, let me tell you.
Mhm.
Alright, I am going to point at her.
Mhm.
I'm going to grasp my mace. I'm going to point my mace at her and say, the great platinum god Bahamut asks you to just sit and behave. And she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 9.
Okay, she actually has advantage because they're fighting, so she gets to roll again. Yeah. Still not enough because my DC is higher. She is charmed by me.
And she just like kind of like huffs and calmly like sits on the floor, like folds her arms across her chest, and she's just looking mad.
She's charmed.
Confused.
She's charmed by me for an hour.
Oh my gosh.
I walk over to her and I clip my mace back to the side, and I point my finger at her sternly, my tiny little reptilian finger, and I say,
Mhm.
"Do you realize what you've done is very bad? You should be ashamed of yourself."
Of course I know
Dang.
what I did was very bad.
What was this all about? You were trying to get rich, and who are these dead people in the barrels? Hey?
Dead people in the... There was a dead person in the barrels? No, we just, we stuffed one of the bodies by the barrels.
Oh. Well, what was this rock in the pouch? What's that? Why do you have a rod that summons chickens? Just some kind of mad fetish house?
We're smuggling goods, smuggling magic
Who the
goods.
hell wants a chicken rod? You're the worst smugglers ever.
They're unique items.
Yes,
How
they
many
are.
times you thought, oh, I wish I had a chicken rod.
I'm just going to shake my head and just sit down.
Hearing Tiggy scream about chicken rods, I'm like, oh yeah. And I pull the chicken rod out and I'm like, to see if any more chicken.
It seems like it needs to recharge. Nothing is really coming
You've used
out.
too much chicken rod.
Not unlimited chicken, it would seem.
I'll fix you, my precious.
Okay, and then what I'll say to her, I'll say, what's your name?
Isabella?
Isabella,
Mm-hmm.
you, as we are good, close friends, and you value my opinion, correct?
Yeah, you're very pretty.
I am. I've never seen you wrong.
Very pretty.
For the
No.
35 seconds we've known each other,
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
not once have I steered you wrong. Isn't that right, Isabella?
That's so right.
Now, when the guard comes down here, you will not struggle, you will follow him, and you will do exactly what he says. In fact,
Yeah.
look, now that we're closer, it's been at least a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You are gonna own up to all of these bad deeds that you've done.
Okay.
And
As
you're
well as who she
also
works for.
and you're also gonna tell us everything you know about all the criminal organizations in the area. And anyone that you've had dealings with. That's what you're gonna do, Isabella, isn't it?
Absolutely. Mhm.
Good.
Yep.
And you know what that's gonna do for you, Isabella? It's gonna make you feel better.
Yeah,
gonna-
I think it will.
Look,
Uh-huh.
look, yeah, see, you can be perfectly reasonable when you're not killing people with knives.
Yeah, and
Now is it-
swords and crossbows and...
Oh, you've done a lot of killing. You should definitely tell the guard about that.
She
Okay.
should hand over all of her weapons.
Yes.
Well,
And you will tell us where any of your other contraband items are hidden.
what did you say that you got?
Chicken
The
rod.
stone,
The stone.
I got a vial.
the potion,
And the horse, all polish.
and the stick.
And
Well, that's all we have so far.
oh,
Bullshit.
Yeah,
what is
well,
what is this in the vial here? And I take out my friend here. He seemed to
that's
think it
fine.
was some kind of
Not me.
creature of the night glitter.
No, you're supposed to drink it. It's potion of web.
A potion of web.
It makes you vomit web.
Sounds like horse magic to me!
If you think about it,
I
yeah.
climb up the ladder and shut the trapdoor. I don't want to hear from Neil's voice.
So So what about this stone? You have a potion that lets you spit web. You have a wand that lets you summon chickens, as far as I can see.
About 5 times a day.
And what does this rock do in this bag?
That Zarog has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I don't actually know. I was told not to open it.
Oh, Zarog, leave
Yeah.
the stone in the bag.
So I shouldn't tip it on her lap.
No.
I
Okay.
mean, it's I was very curious. I haven't. Aren't you curious?
Well,
Anyway,
yes, of course, but in a controlled environment, perhaps.
They didn't say it was dangerous. I don't really like dangerous things. We don't really, I wanted to start this business not smuggling
Slowly.
dangerous things.
Right. Well,
You killed people.
this was good talk. Izzy. I'm gonna call you Izzy now. Now, the guard's gonna come and take you away. You're
Okay.
going to sign a confession to all of the bad things. You're going to give them all the information, aren't you, Izzy? That's right. You
absolutely.
are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Good. And you're going to think about your life and the choices you've made because they're clearly not good ones.
I've done all right for myself.
Well, not
so
really.
far.
Here we are.
That's true. I did get caught.
You did badly. And
You know
by
this
us,
room
of
is-
all people.
I just realized this room is full of chickens.
Yeah.
This is your magic item that you stole. Okay, on your way. Guard!
Okay.
Guard!
I hear that and I open up the thing and let old Red
I
Cube.
throw a chicken at him.
At who?
At who?
You're 20 foot down.
Opens,
Stop
I throw a
antagonizing someone for no reason.
And the guard is very he's like at the door at the ready.
Yeah. I'm gonna help her up the stairs and push her over and say, all right, stand facing me with your hands behind your back. And the guard will escort you to the barracks. Don't worry, I'll come by soon just to make sure that you're treated well.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Oh, you
We're
will
best
be.
friends.
Oh, yes, there's no absolute punishments like cutting your hands off or anything for stealing or murdering.
No.
So you'll be fine.
Bromnil sees that and looks to Zarog like, do they know each other?
The guard is very confused as well, because like he was expecting some like rough and resisting, bandit boss.
No. He's magic. He's magic her.
Oh, he found another rod. Excellent.
Oh no, he used to.
Oh, maybe I should get one of his pamphlets. Hey, Tiggy, pop us one of those pamphlets at your next best inconvenience.
Oh, yes. Have you heard about the great god Bahamut?
A few times tonight, yes. I'm interested.
Wonderful. The Platinum Dragon. King of all, metallic dragons. Goodly,
Perhaps we should make sure there's no one else in the inn.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's do that. If you
Perhaps
skip
Isabella can tell us.
If you skip to the back of the pamphlet.
There is. There's a woman. I scared her quite intensely before. I'll be back. Trot.
I'm coming.
Trot.
And I'll trottle down with him.
Okay, and the guard is sort of like taking care of Isabella, and like he's got like a couple of other guard friends coming along, and so Bromnell trots back to the woman who's like had picked up all of her books and is slowly like getting them back into shape how she likes it. Are you back to take my books again?
No, my lady. We wish to bid you well done for staying so quiet and safe here and being so literate. Look how literate you are. It's quite good. I want to apologize and give you this, a small sampling of my great mead. I'm Bromnil the Magnificent. You may have heard of me.
I have. I've actually read about you.
In one of your books, by chance?
She like pulls out like a top 10 cocktails list, and it has like a list of like oh gosh, I can't think of the name of fancy beer. Craft beer. There you go.
Crap, yeah.
I couldn't think of craft. And she's like, of course, I've never got to try any of Bro Mead, but
Is it actually in the book?
Yeah, I'm famous.
I'm gonna lean past my bard friend here and look at it intently and read it. And when I read it, I'm just gonna sigh and lower my head and go, well, there'll be no living with him now.
Tiggy, I'm still stunned you don't know who I am. Oh yes, absolutely. I take the book from her and present a pen I've had all this time. Hang on. I've got ink and I've got an ink pen. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it for you, my lady. To whom should I sign?
oh, Clara.
Clara, you're so pretty and you're lovely and you got the chance to meet me. There you are.
She's like fanning herself.
Here, this is the only ale I had. Well, I actually have two of them because the boys didn't take them and drink them at the beginning of this mission, as I had hoped. They're both yours. But chill them, won't you? They're not quite as sweet at room temperature.
Of course, maybe we'll get that taken care of.
I don't know what are you... Is
Is
this...
the bartender here?
Oh! Give them a few moments. Someone should surely see to that at some point. I we'll leave you with that. Clara! I kiss her on the hand. Farewell!
Just like so flustered.
You just walked in.
I stand back at the door and I close it behind me and I'm like,
I'm gonna just stare at you as you walk down the hall towards me.
doop, doop, doop.
Probably it's like a slow motion walk. You
Yeah.
like shake your hair to one side.
The less she knows about the murders, the better.
As your voice changes to I shrink back a little bit with my little dragon-like head and horns and go, ooh. Just like you walk past me. Because every part of you is dramatic all the time.
All the time. All the time.
It's like,
Perhaps, Tiggy, you should ask Isabella if there's any more of her crew in here.
Isabella,
Yes.
before you're taken to the stockade,
Okay.
is there any of your other crew that live, that are close by? Anyone else that would like to, that deserves to come with us?
She's sort of looking around and counting the unconscious bodies on the floor. And she's like, well, the only person that seems to be missing is Little Trey. I think that's it.
Little Trey. Is he a rapper?
Where is he?
He must be the one that got away.
Did
Ah.
somebody get away?
Well, not for long, woman.
Where would he go?
Let's see. So him and Big Trey have a small little shack.
Little Trey, Big Trey, and Big Shack.
Little Trey, big Trey, medium Trey.
Little Trey, Big Trey.
Yeah.
Wooden Jack.
Bethany, you know.
Rod.
Good on Rod.
Rod. Oh yeah.
That
Rod's
fucking
dead.
guy.
May
dead.
Rod rest in peace.
Yeah.
We had like another safe house, you know, just to lie low if something like this were to happen. I can take you to it if you'd like, or
Yeah. Yeah,
And
then we'll get the
how many
guard.
others are at the safe house?
oh, it should just be Little Rod. Everybody was here today.
Oh, good. Yes,
And
if you take us
Who do
there,
you
or-
work for?
Oh, myself. I'm what you might call an entrepreneur who
Right.
murders people.
Let's go find Trey.
Yep, let's do it. I will say to the guard, yes, perhaps we'll make a stop on our way, Captain Sergeant Guard.
You know, I really appreciate what you guys have done. I think though that we could probably take it from here.
Oh yes, of course. Well, we finished our mission.
Oh, get Isabella to sign that we did her mission. Is that how the guild works? I don't know. This is my first
no,
one.
We'll have to go back and explain the situation. But I'm sure the guards
Yes.
here can corroborate our story.
Sure, yeah. Why
There
not?
you go. Well,
And then Scruggs is still on the table in now his were-rat form. And
Oh.
he's just like, yeah. And you know, we can help you out, and you're now honorary members of the Spoiled Milk Tavern. You have free rooms anytime you're here.
hey.
And,
Scrags.
maybe we can also get you guys some business. You know, maybe put y'all as adventurers for hire from the Spoiled Milk Tavern.
Sounds good to
That'd
me.
be excellent.
Saviors of the tavern. Ah!
My character, what's his name? Bromnil leans in once again and goes, and let us talk about stocking my fine ale, good sir.
Absolutely. We would. I mean, I was hoping you would ask. We totally want some bromide here.
Bromies, that's right. You know it more than I. I had a few bromides before I started this adventure, and let me tell you,
Maybe you should
just
start making it here.
He's gonna break into song.
Just-
Someone stop him.
just between you and me, Scrags. Next time I go on an adventure, I'm not going to have that half case of my own beer. I've been quite enthusiastic this evening.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You've got some cleaning to do, I think.
He's not
Yeah,
singing.
we've got a little bit to work up. There's a lot to do, and we'll need to hire more people. And he's like immediately going back and like surveying what's left. Like a couple of them are like walking into rooms.
Oh God! There's a dead body downstairs.
That's something that I should have probably known before I started writing all of this up. But thank you for telling me now.
He was down there. I thought he saw it.
Oh, the
No,
god.
he didn't go down there. He stayed up.
We
Oh, he
put
didn't
her
go
up.
down there. Okay.
Reginald comes running out and is like, "The cooks are still alive."
Excellent.
No,
Good news, Reginald. Oh, they're bad?
cooks. They didn't kill them. No, there are cooks.
Oh, okay, good. I thought we'd have to get our hammers out again. Jeez.
No, it's Mark and Dune. It's all good.
Good old Mark. Good old Dune.
Now that we've saved you, perhaps you could fix us something a bit more interesting than bread. Just saying.
Okay. Mark, Dune, stew.
I'm fucking wankered, guys.
Let's make him next time.
Oh, he wouldn't have lasted much longer. He sat down.
As long as he's not singing, we're fine.
Oh, he sat down and pulled out a small drum.
As soon as he does that, you see Tiggy start to like chant under his breath, and as soon as he does, there is an effect that surrounds him, and then he just feels bliss as he casts deafness on himself.
Everyone, we did the thing. We're going to get some stew. Why wouldn't you like to dance with me? Come on, Tiggy! Everyone, we're... Oh, God, I'm tired.
A successful mission.
Hey, we did it! We're the best.
Wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
Good
That
job.
was great. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you to our wonderful GM, Shelby. Shelby can be reached at the1silent11. Enjoy figuring that out. It's written on the screen. Also, we got our good mate, Bruce, at Bruce Uncut. You can find me at Extreme Beyond, and old mate Spuddies at Spuddles Plays. Go check us all out. That's it. Happy birthday. You know who you are. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
It's alright.
It's alright.